Hi everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome back to another 25 Dies of Christmas video. Today we are on day number 15. This should be card number 8 because remember we're doing scrapbooking pages in between. This is the card that we're going to be making. We will be using our Hannah's Varsity font, our flower trio, pine branches, wood planks or wood boards. I think they're under both. And then our loose stitch rectangle, Gina Marie slimline stitch rectangle. Okay, first I'm going to start by cutting out, let me get my pieces, my stitched rectangle. And then I took, where's my little pieces? And then I took my aged mahogany distress ink, and I just went around the edges of my white rectangle. And then I did a little bit of brown in the center. And I did that on my slimline as well. See that? Then I took our flower trio and turned them into poinsettias. Poinsettia, however you say it. I held them together like this and then I inked them. I'm just going to build one real quick so you see what I did with these. I'm going to make sure that I get some glue on this little outline part. And I could have inked the outline in a different color too and made it stand out, but I don't think you need to. Put this. Sometimes these are, that's why I try to keep these little outlines together, because sometimes they're tricky. There's one flower petal that's off from the rest of them, so putting them back together sometimes is not the funnest unless you hold on, unless you keep track of what way they go on there, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, I'm not gonna completely do this, but that's how I built it. Then I put a jewel in the center. For the little leaves, I just cut out an extra flower and I inked them green and cut a few petals off and put those on. So we'll set that aside because you don't need to see me build it all, right? Now we're going to take our wood board and make it kind of look like a little planter box that we're going to plant our poinsettias and greens in. Pine branches. Greens, pine branches. Take the largest size in our wood planks. Then I'm going to do like 3, because I think that's all that we have room for. 3 of these. Some of these did not get leaves put on them. So we're going to go with the ones that already have the leaves on them. Like that. I'm going to come in here. I'm not gluing anything down yet. I'm just shoving my pieces where I think that I need them. And I'll lift everything up and glue it back down. I'm going to go with 2 of these on the top. I can get it in there. Actually, I have my word. I cut out Noel in the Hannah's Varsity font. I'm just going to glue that down real quick. That way I know how far up to put my pines. Start all the way at the edge. Leave it down just a hair. I think I need to move that over a little bit more. Let me grab. Sometimes if I want to line stuff up, I'll just grab whatever like my slimline card, I'll line it up on the edge. Whatever I have sitting there that I know is pretty square. And my little L. There's my word I could have used, or I could have, let's move our E over just a hair. They were a little too crowded together there. Okay, then take it off and see if you feel like it's lined up right. Well, you still have a second to be able to move it around. Okay. Now, got that, because we want to kind of fill in as much of that space as we can. I'm going to go up a little bit more with those, because this is going to go right in the center, so it's going to cover those branches up. And also, what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to snip those pine cones up so that, because you can't see them underneath there, I'm going to snip them up and or off and just tuck them in so you can see them. I think we're gonna go like that. Actually, I already did one, so I don't want this guy up here because, well, yeah, that's fine. I'll just snip them off now before I start gluing and I forget. Where is my other one? Right there. Okay, you guys know I'm going to ask you again, is everybody ready for Christmas? Because it's getting really close. Kind of like that. Okay, now I can take my flowers off because I want to glue the flowers last. Take my little flowers off. That one kind of up that high. This one, maybe down a little bit. Yeah, like that, I think. I'll put this guy right in the middle. Why are my pine branches all guys? I have no idea. Maybe because I feel like it's more kind of masculine dye, maybe. Although, I mean, I love pine needles, so, or pine branches. Or rugged, I guess. That's what I'm looking for, not really. Rugged, rustic. That one right in there. Okay, now pine cones are going to go on last, so we're going to glue, where'd my flowers go? Right there. Glue my flowers on first. Did not want to glue that one. I want to do the two sides and then the center. That way the center sticks up more. Or the two side flowers are behind the center. That's what I meant to say. Okay, just like that. Now, last step on this card is to take some of our little pine cones here and just glue them in. Need one over here. I really am liking the flower. Yeah. The trio, is that what it's called? The flower trio. I'm liking it used as a poinsettia. Poinsettia, poinsettia. I'm gonna put this wide pine cone up on the top because I'm trying to do like a wide one here and there, and then the skinnier ones. Balance it out a little bit. Now we have one pine cone left, and I'm gonna chuck that in between the flowers, I think. I don't think, I know. Just like that. See? Nice and simple card. You can go back and pop these up too a little if you would like. Add a little more dimension. That's why I only glued the center of the flower. That way you can add dimension like that. Now, where's my piece for my slimline? I used to make a straight edge for my word, didn't I? Now, I'm not sure where I want my word on this card. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna go with 5 flowers. So we got 3, 5, and I will do the 1st, 3rd, and 5th in the background, and then the 2nd and the 3rd over top of them. We got our word. I'm just going to set the word up here because I need to visualize things. So if I have it setting up there, maybe I can figure this out. And it seems like I'm missing a lot of my pine needles here. I might have added them in with the scrapbook portion of this. I should have at least a couple of this pine. Goodness, I need to go back and check all of these kits. I am just not doing, actually, unless I did that on purpose. Was I thinking that the word could go across the bottom? That might have been what I was thinking, so I wouldn't. Or do we need the word across the top? Maybe I didn't really want as many pines on this. Could be. So let's try this way. Sticking that little piece up there. You know, I'm thinking that might have been what I was thinking. I just didn't put as many pines in this one. I am thinking so. We figured out the mystery together. Again, just getting spacing. So we put that there. We have, I think somewhere I got off because I moved this over. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this is going to be tricky to get these pines where I need them to be. I think actually I might just cut these in half. That way I have something. Yeah, I like that idea. And then I can stick this part on the bottom. I'm going to put it up a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and glue this flower down. Actually, you probably could, now now that I'm cutting them in half, I could probably glue all of the flowers down. That way I know exactly where they're going to be. We're going to do that. Trying to put that petal that way so it covers that crack so it looks like one continuous planter box. That's what we decided they were, right? Okay. Get this one right in the middle. And now this guy. What way should we face this leaf? Like this, I think. I feel like my voice is starting to go out. Okay, now we're gonna try to cut it as straight as I did before. Make it look a little more natural, maybe a little wavy. And I think this portion on this I'm gonna glue on the bottom. And then this portion on the top. Nope, that was the same, wasn't it? Is that the portion that we want? I have no idea. We're just gonna go with it. Like that? Yes. Maybe if I turn this one upside down. Yes, I like it. See, we don't need all those pines. We just need little pieces. Although it's really hard for me not to use all of them. I think this is a smaller card. It really doesn't need bigger pieces or many more, a lot. It doesn't need a lot of filling. Come on, get under there. That piece comes down more than I would have liked, but it is what it is. They're not all supposed to be uniform, right? I want to vary them a little. I don't like that big old stem sticking up, so I'm gonna just snip it off. All right, and now we do have this one left, so we can cut a few pieces off this and fill in spots if you feel like they need it. I'm gonna shove this one right in here because that was feeling a little plain up there for me. Needed something else. You down there, and then probably this one up top. I mean, I like the fullness of the other card with all of the pines on it for that little space, but this is a skinnier card, and I think if you put all of those pines in it, it would overwhelm it. So, what do we have over here? I do have another little piece. Don't know where this one came from, but we will use it. Let's go down there with it. There we go. Okay, now we have our pine cones. So let's put a few. Ah, my tip just came off. You guys see that? You didn't see that, right? I wiped glue off. And then I dropped my pine cone. I'm so funny. We want these towards, the majority of these towards the bottom, because I Still have to fit our word on the top. So let's put maybe one right there, one over here, and then one up on top, like over here. Does that work? Not really, because I feel like I need another one over there now. I'm sure I have another one that I can add later. So we'll put that there, and then I am going to add another pine cone later. Okay. Now we just need our word. Where, oh where did we put our word? You know what I should have done? No, that spacing wouldn't be right. Say I should have moved everything up and put glue on the back of them, because once I get them where I want them, I want to be able to put them down right away. Okay. Let's use our little grid. Actually, let's move it over. So this means, and I know I told you guys I don't measure stuff, but this one I feel that I need to. And you need to move over just a hair right there. What do you think? Let's start by putting our N down, and can we get it behind those pines? Lift those pines up a little. N. And let's do our L. If you guys, in case you guys don't remember, I usually start with the first letter, last letter, that way I can go back and forth and space them visually. What looks kind of correct to me. I know I'm talking nonsense to you guys, huh? Not making sense. Okay, move you over a little, and then you over. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick them down, because I think that's, stick them down good. And that's where I like them. There's our Noel word. Okay, kind of like that. Looks like it's coming out of the flowers. Maybe I should add something right there. Do we have another poinsettia leaf that I can add on? Yeah, just to make it kind of hit the flowers, or make it look like it's hiding behind them, coming out of them. Like that. There we go. We are all done with that card. Here is the original and the one we made today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notifications when we post new videos, and join us tomorrow for the scrapbook page of this card. Have a great night.